Welcome to the Jocelyn Russo Experience, where we talk about entrepreneurship, real estate, and business, motivation, and lifestyle. Sit back and enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome to the show. We are here with Awaka and Rachael, and we're going to be talking about their first year in real estate with our team, and also just working in the past year or so with COVID and the pandemic and everything that's been going on in real estate. So I'm excited to start the show this way so you guys could talk about your experiences.
Yeah. For me, I had a really great experience because it was like really new, and I enjoyed learning in my first year. Everyone's like, how was your first year? And I always start off with saying, I have such a great mentor. I'm a part of an amazing team, and there's so much support. And then it's like about the transaction. So, I did 2, transactions and then 2 rentals. But for me, that was a win. I don't know what it looks like for other people, but it was a win for me, because in my first year, I got to work with Jocelyn and Rachael, and then talk on the phone with a bunch of people who didn't buy, but it's the experience.
But they might buy this year.
They might. They are going to buy this year, right?
Right? Did you tell me the other day somebody said, I'm pre-approved, I need to buy a house now?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a couple of those messages or text messages or emails. So I think I had a really good year, even though, we came into a market that was like shifting. I got my license in January 2022, and I was like literally coming into a market where I speak to other agents. They're all crazy and negative, and one of the first things Jocelyn said to us was, how are you gonna convince people to purchase a home if you don't believe it can be done? So it's about your mindset. And thank you so much for being positive and inspiring and basically teaching us what to say and showing us the outlets of what we need to be reading to continue to educate ourselves. It's all about education because things are changing daily. So.
Yeah.
And I feel like I came at the right time because during COVID, it was actually kind of hard for me without like having a job, like having to stop working and just not being used to, but having to get used to because you have no choice. Right. And then it was a challenge. Taking the test was a complete challenge. That's like step number 1. The test was a challenge.
The test is very difficult.
Absolutely. 9 times.
It was. Yeah. Listen, it was tough, but when, I finally got that license, it was like a whole breather, and it was much more of the first year. I see it as a complete experience because the type of people you deal with, from buyers to sellers to realtors to lenders to everyone.
Right.
And that, kind of just sticks with you, and now you know how the game goes. And we've been during when it was crazy, everyone buying a house left to right, and then when everything slowed down, and now with rates going down and changing, now we're kind of prepared for what to happen when rates go down. So this was a really nice experience. Definitely a big learning experience. Like just doing everything hands-on, because that's when you truly know.
We're in it.
So
right?
true.
It's just everything's hands-on. All the terms, the lingo,
It took
everything.
you a while to learn all that.
It
right?
did.
Yeah.
But how long would you say it took you?
I would say kind of took me almost a year to really like get comfortable with everything, because doing paperwork and then, being a realtor and trying to make yourself feel comfortable being out there. I know I am an extrovert person. I like being out there, but getting to people's faces and accepting when they decline you, when they say no or shut the door or just say or yell at you, I'm not interested.
I just want to add, I know Rachael came in a couple of months before me, but I feel like I learned a lot from you too, and even like me coming in right after you, I couldn't, honestly, you carry yourself so well and you educate yourself really well. I couldn't tell that you were just now learning, right? And it all goes down to who is the person you're learning from. So
Yeah.
Well, we practiced a lot.
Yeah.
And I got to say,
Yeah.
it's so amazing because I remember when you first started, you were like, I don't feel confident in saying these things to these people. And I'm like, keep doing it and practice. And that's just talking to people.
Right.
Well, really, you have to practice before you talk to people.
Yeah.
So then you know what to say to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And Rachel and you made us get on the phones and
Yeah.
practice with each other,
And
which was really good.
Yeah, and I finally feel confident doing my own consultations for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sweating bullets, but I mean, I did it. I went through
You're
it.
the only one who knows that, Rachel. Like,
Yeah.
and
And
hearing that, it's like, wow,
I watched
really?
the recording. You didn't look like you were sweating bullets.
No, I hide it.
sweated
It was like-
bullets my first listening presentation.
No, I was hiding it.
Oh
I
my
try
God.
to carry it so well and just keep it going, just keep referring back to the notes.
Right, right.
And trying to avoid
Right there.
the and basically and
Right.
certain things.
Yeah.
And just, making sure they understand. And I felt, I felt so good. I remember too, I practiced like 20 to 30 minutes before the presentation. And I was like mentally preparing myself all day. I got this presentation tonight. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it.
Right.
Claiming, giving myself that positiveness, talking it over with my partner and making him act like he's a difficult person.
Right.
To those obstacles, because we all go through those obstacles and it really helps
and you're gonna go
us.
through a lot of obstacles in this business.
Yeah.
That's the biggest obstacle is all the obstacles. All the people slamming the door in your face, telling you, I'm going to live here forever. I'm going to never buy a house and rent forever. Like, those are the people that are always going to make it challenging. However, if you come in as an expert and as a person who knows the reason why for their best benefit financially for their family and everything, they're really gonna look at you and say, wow, this person actually cares about me because they want to see me do good. And then you could kind of shift that. So not everybody that rejects you is gonna be understanding of that, but a lot of people who do and who are like super grateful.
Oh yeah, and it's so good, and it's like just over the months and just looking at myself now, I feel like I'm really more prepared than I was back then, because everything is
I can see the huge
education, knowledge, and getting yourself comfortable with what's going on today, and just being able to express yourself and talking about today's market.
Absolutely.
Without stuttering or just being like, what's going on?
What does that mean?
You know?
What does that mean?
Then that means we're not doing our job.
Right.
But I want to ask Jocelyn, how was your year training two newbies?
Yes.
I loved it. I had so much fun. Well, I loved it because I've had so many experiences with all the homes I've sold. Like, well, till today, I'm still always going to be getting experiences because every transaction is different. Every client has different needs. So helping both of you has been amazing because I just feel like I can see the growth in both of you. And when I see you guys talk to clients, it's such a beautiful thing because I'm like, wow, she gets it. Mm-hmm. She understands it. Mm-hmm. And when that person feeds back, like, recently she had a buyer consultation and recorded it and then sent it to me, and I watched it and she was like, how did I do? And I was like, you did amazing.
Wow.
2 things that I had to just correct her on only because the information wasn't 100%, but that's okay. And then when I explained it, she was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. So that, and it was just
awesome.
so beautiful
Right.
to see you shine and flourish and just say, wow, she gets everything I said, it was like,
that has to be a great moment for you to see.
It is. And even you, like when we went to, we had our recent event at the Flower Coffee Shop, what was it called?
Casa La Flora Bar.
Casa La Flora Bar, which I love, by the way. Quick plug. And we had that buyer that came in. He wanted to buy a multifamily, and he was like, I'm working with 5 other realtors, and whoever gets me the best deal, I'm going to work with them. I'm looking for a deal. And everybody's looking for a deal. But you're still working with him.
Yeah.
You're consistently speaking with him.
Yeah.
You are actively showing him houses.
Yes.
He sent you his pre-approval letter. Like, yes, he could be working with 5 or 10 other agents, but is he as active and is he as all that with all of those people? Or is he have that relationship with you because you had your buyer consultation with him? You've been great with communication. So you're taking that challenging person. And when I see things like that, I just love it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good.
It is. Sell him a house next.
I am going to sell him a house next. He's my top person on my list of things to do.
It is. No, and it feels so great just like being able to see yourself flourish and grow and actually talking to what you see other people. Like, for instance, I'm like, oh my gosh, they really know their stuff. But when I look at myself, I'm like, I catch myself. I'm like, wow, I really know my stuff too.
Exactly.
Right? When I talk about, the market, when I talk about, the reels and just putting that information out there. And it's like, wow, I really know what I'm doing. I really know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Can I interject and say that, do you know I used to wear those necklaces in middle school? Not even middle school. Well, maybe it was middle school.
They're coming back.
They're coming back?
They're coming back.
I just wanted to let you know I see you. And
I like it. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm all about the stack.
And
Stack.
I love those too. I love.
Even if I'm not wearing a necklace, like I need to have something on my neck.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I never wore a necklace for so long.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have to have something on my neck.
I
feel like
normally
it's
have a
naked.
necklace on.
I
Guys,
never
today
did. I was always a big earring person.
Really?
I was all about the big earrings.
Oh, I had rings, earrings. I have necklaces. I have everything there. It's like a hot mess, but it's there.
It's all there.
I just pick it up and like, yes, I'm wearing that. Yes, I'll wear 3 rings today.
Right.
I'll wear double earrings. Like,
it looks good, guys.
But this is my to-go. My to-go.
I like it.
A lot.
Yeah. But I think, no, I had a good time overall and just like helping her. And then I even asked her, like, do you have any questions? What's your feedback?
Right.
And what was just like really,
the client?
Yeah, the client I'm still working with,
Okay.
She wants to get a multifamily. So she wants to be a landlord, which is fantastic. And she was like, no, you answer my questions right before I wanted to ask you. I came prepared, but you answered all of them. And there's really nothing that I have any questions.
Right.
And I told her along the way, if you have any questions or something's confusing, let me know. I don't bite. So just text me. Let me know whatever time it is. I'll definitely get back to you.
Right.
And we'll talk it out together.
I say the same thing to all my clients. They're like, I'm so sorry I'm hitting you up so late. I'm like, listen, I'm a realtor. I work 24/7. So it doesn't matter what. If I'm up, then I'm going to respond. I don't care what time it is.
Exactly.
So.
Or I'll answer you the next day.
Here's what I do want to advise you both on is that, yes, you have to be there 24/7 for your clients. However, you also want your mental state to be good.
Right.
So like for me, I like to make sure I have time for my son and my husband and just not be on the phone. And there's some times where there's emergencies and they have to happen.
Right.
But like if 8:00 a.m. I can get back to that person.
Then,
For me personally, just for my mental health, I need to be with my family because it's really important to me. Like I gotta put the baby to sleep and his jammies, that whole thing. Like if I'm on the phone doing that connection isn't really there. So
you
have to
that's true.
I'm 100% agree. 24/7, you have to be there. However, for your mental health, you need to put some boundaries.
Right.
Oh, of course. I always tell them, if I don't get back to you, just leave the text and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
One thing I always say is that get back to everyone in 24 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Whether it's another agent, whether it's anybody, an inspector, an appraiser, anybody, always 24 hours. That's my rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with 100%. And I mean, they see the effort.
Oh, yeah.
Versus.
Especially if they've worked with other people.
And they never get back to them. Or
that's like the number one thing with realtors is that everyone says, oh, I called like 10 realtors and no one got back to me except you. Do you know how many times I've heard that?
Yeah, so many times.
Oh my God.
So many
times.
times.
Realtors and they don't get back to me.
They don't get back to us. Exactly. I don't know what is that.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Like
how are you in a real estate business?
Always,
where you're dealing with
what
thousands and millions of dollars.
Yes.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. and you're just not gonna pick up your phone.
Nah,
Ridiculous.
I
What I've noticed like with some realtors is, and I'll talk to them, conversate, and they'll sometimes, if they want to open up, awesome, I'll open up too.
Sometimes they open up too much, and then
I know it's a little too much, but it's okay though. A little too much, a TMI.
Oh my
But it's all right. But point is, what they do tell, sometimes, oh, well, like I have a second job, so I always try to keep that in consideration. Because okay, maybe they have boundaries, not just for their own clients, but for realtors, or they may have a second job and they're just too tired. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will try to, like, if my client really wants to see a property before highest and best is due, or before your landlord sees other offers, whatever it may be, I want my client to see the house.
Right.
And if you're not getting back to me after a whole day of texting, I will definitely find email. I call the office.
Absolutely.
Is there any code? Is there anything I can get in?
Yeah, you do become a stalker.
And it's something, and it sucks, but you know what? That's what part of being a realtor is.
And that's I don't want to say aggressive. I don't like the word aggressive. Hustle.
It is a hustle. It is a hustle. Most 100%.
Persistent.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah.
And proactive.
Yeah.
So you got proof. And, I've been in those situations where my clients really wanted to see, a house because they really, really wanted to see the inside and get a feel of it before they make up their mind.
Of course.
Guess what? I text the realtor, called them all day until like almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Guess what? I didn't get an answer till almost 11 o'clock. So there's situations where I'm like, okay, let me just kind of step back a little, but not too much, because if they don't really answer the phone, I need to speak with someone now, because it's like, it's not just their house, it's our house. Right. It's our house together.
It is.
That's how I feel.
And honestly, it is that way, because listen, you're talking to this person almost every single day.
Right.
Every nook and cranny for that house. Right. The inspection, the roof, you know that house in and out. Now they're going to move into that house. So now you guys have created this like bond.
Exactly.
Relationship with you, them. And now that's right there, a relationship that has grown. And then the house. Yeah. So it's like all one, and you really connect with that.
I still have one of my lamps at one of my past clients' home.
You never got that lamp? Oh, my rug is there. My rug is there too.
and we'll text each other like every month, like, hey, how's it going?
Remember we had light issues?
Yeah, I remember.
She brought lamp,
that was your lamp?
She left it there.
Yeah, and I told her it's my husband's grandmother's lamp who just passed away. And I'm like, when you buy a new lamp, then I'll come and get that lamp. But you can have
She's
that lamp.
She's never buying a new lamp.
Oh my goodness.
But I know I can call her and go and get the lamp anytime. I can go get the lamp. But
and I left my rug there.
Yeah, the welcome home.
The welcome home rug. But that's okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's there. I'll pick it up one day.
One day. That's what I'll say.
I'll give her the
But yeah, but that's what I feel like now. Like when I hear clients and they tell me what they want, and they'll tell me, I have other agents or realtors that don't listen. They send me over the price of what's out of my budget. Right. It's exactly what I don't want. And I'm like, I hear you. I see you. I understand you. Let me write everything you want, and I'll do everything in my possibility to get you what you want. Absolutely. So this becomes my house, our house together. So now you're looking out for what's your benefit. And what is that? A driveway, a lot of lighting, it needs to have a lot of space in the backyard. And I already told my client, I'm like, it's ours together. Everything is ours. And they kind of feel, it kind of comfort them. They love it. In a way, it really comfort them, because they're like, wow, I'm not alone in this journey. It is
stressful. To buy or sell a home is so stressful. Moving in general sucks.
Period. No matter if
my
God.
I'll never forget that.
I don't want to move again.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind to move, but I remember I did it in one day. That was a workout.
One day.
I did everything in one day, from Bloomfield to Denville. I did it all in one trip.
God.
One trip.
Are you all?
No, we asked my fiance's mom to have the pickup truck ready. So everything big we put in her truck. Everything we could possibly stuff in my little poor car we fit in, and in his car also. And we're like, we're not going to return back. I refuse.
Wow.
And I did everything in my power to fit everything I can. I didn't care if I couldn't see the back of me. I'm going where I need to go.
Wow.
So I did it,
girl.
Yeah, right.
It was a workout. It was
technically,
fantastic.
I moved in 2 days. I did 1 day with the U-Haul and then like a cleanup day where I just stuffed everything in my car.
But then what's the process of actually packing up? How long did that take?
The packing up took me 2 days.
Oh, really?
The unpacking took me 4 months. Actually, 6 months.
It took me almost like a week and a half. Yeah, just to get everything, see where I want everything done. It's a real hassle when moving, to be honest. It really is. And then just unpacking.
Yeah, moving.
Where do you want stuff to go?
When you work with a realtor, it like makes the process either harder or smoother.
Right.
Yeah.
So on top of it sucking, it's like who you're working with matters.
Yeah,
Who
it
you,
does.
Right, who you work with matters.
It
Back of
does.
my shirt.
Is it here? Okay, no, it's not on the water.
Is it on here?
We should get them on the water.
We should.
They're on my bags. The bags are over there.
Awesome. But yeah, no, definitely with, who you work really matters. And then just making an experience overall, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Making it an experience, definitely.
Yeah.
Tailored to each client. So.
Yeah,
definitely.
Everyone's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. All right, ladies, that was a great first podcast. I hope you listen next week. Join us for the Jocelyn Russo experience. We'll see you then.
See you.